everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is June, if you don't know who I am already. And if you don't know who I am, press that subscribe button, please. Press the like button and the bell notification so you can get notified on upcoming videos that I make. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about, yes, my weight loss surgery. Now, this is more like a story time, but just stay with me, because there's more to it, so just stay till the end. Now, let's get into it. Okay, so 2010, I inquired about weight loss surgery. I felt like I was really at the point where I didn't want to be. I felt uncomfortable. I mean, everything was suffering in my life. You know, playing with my children. You know, and my kids were so much younger at the time, so there were more activities that I needed to do with them back then, and it was just hard, and it was very don't mind the light, I'm sorry about the light. I can't shut that light. So anyway, so yeah, it was just a very hard time for me in my life. As far as I can remember, well, I would have to say in the late 80s is when I started gaining weight. It was after my grandfather died, and I think it's because, like, I started turning to food basically because he was the first loss I've ever had in my life, and my grandfather and I were tremendously close, and that was a huge blow to my life. And so I always felt very upset. I wasn't one to cry to my parents. I didn't want to upset my mother because she was upset about her father. And so I think I just like kept it all inside, and I turned to food. I didn't eat like crazy, like have like 10-course meals or anything like that. I would eat the wrong thing, like really, like I'm a condiment girl. I love my mayonnaise. My sandwiches always had to be drenched in mayo. I've tried every diet under the sun. I've done a liquid diet. I've done Weight Watchers, Jenny Craig, Nutrisystem. I did everything. So I was planning to do this weight loss surgery, and so I inquired about it, and we started with the steps to do it. It took about 6 months to really go through the process, the therapy, going to my primary care doctor and just showing him that every month that I'm going, that I am not losing weight. And yeah, so I went in, it was November 1st. I remember because I had a fast on Halloween the day before. Like, who does that? Who does that? I mean, really, all the candy in the world, and I couldn't have it. And I remember my brother and my sister-in-law took the kids out to trick-or-treat for me. So, yeah, I stayed home. I was drinking, oh, what is it called? The drink. Anyway, it'll probably be right down here because I can't remember it now. Anyway, so I got the weight loss surgery. I got the lap bands. Now, my doctor had asked me if I wanted to do the gastric bypass. Well, I did a lot of research, and I saw that a lot of people that did the gastric bypass had very bad side effects to it. The dumping system, it really scared the crap out of me. So I was like, you know what? Let's go for the less invasive surgery, and let's do the lap band. And the lap band is when they basically put a little band around your stomach, yeah, around your stomach. And so you only have like maybe 20%, maybe 30% of your stomach that you can use when you're eating. And basically, you get full within a few bites. The thing with the lap band is, well, let's not go into that yet. So I did the lap band. I came out and I had to stay on a liquid diet, and then it went to soft food. After that part, I went back to my doctor. I can't take that light, I'm sorry. I went back to my doctor to get a fill. Well, it turned out that my port, which is right here in between my breasts, right here, the port, oh my, if you felt it, you'd be like freaked out, I think. I don't know, it's like a big lump right here. Anyway, so what happened? Oh, so they tell me that my port flipped. So now they sent me to another doctor, I don't know, radiologist, I don't know, but I remember I was in like a really, really cold, it looked like an operating room. And I laid there and the technician was trying to fill it, but he was leaning on my, like he was looking at the x-ray TV where you can actually see like where he's puncturing, like, and he's looking at that and he's trying to get the port, it flipped over. So he was trying to push down to flip it so he can fill the port. Well, needless to say, that took about 15 times, no joke, because I was so into this and I was like, keep trying. He's like, I'm sorry if I'm hurting you. I'm like, you're not hurting me, just keep going. Now, mind you, the gauge to this needle is not the tiniest little needle, but I didn't even feel anything. I was like, go ahead, go ahead. Anyway, P.S. he must have did it a certain way, and bam, 15th time, I might be exaggerating, might be 11th, I don't know. But anyway, so he flipped it back over and filled it for me. I don't know if any of you have had weight loss surgery, but it is a mind bender. It really is. I'm gonna explain it to you. When you eat and you're full, in my mind, I thought, oh, you're gonna be full and you'd be like, oh, I'm done. No, your belly is full, but your mouth and your brain is looking at the food and saying, I want more. Like, I want more, like I'm still hungry. And I would get so upset when my belly was full after 3 bites. I was upset, I was mad, because here was still yearning for that food. So I found a way to manipulate my lap band. Yes, I did. I don't want to tell people exactly what I did because I don't want you doing it. But anyway, I learned how to breathe a certain way to actually make the band contract and the food to fall. Why would I sabotage myself like this is beyond me. I don't know. I don't know why I would do this. I was told I needed to go to therapy because it would help me, especially with the mind, you know, the mind and your belly feeling 2 different ways. And I never went. It was too far. There was no parking and I just gave up on it. And I never, ever got a fill again because it was just too hard to get that fill. So I gave up. Does it work sometimes? It actually does, but I manipulate it because I self-sabotage. I don't understand why I do this. So anyway, throughout the years, of course, you know, I gained weight. I lose weight, I gain weight. I go on Weight Watchers. It was the same, it was the vicious circle. It was back and I was doing the same thing. So yeah, so now we're here at 2018, 8 years later. 8 years later, yeah, 8 years later. Is it 8 years later? Yes, 8 years later. Here we are, and I am now, I hate saying it because it really bothers me, but I am 30-something pounds more than what I was when I inquired about the lap band back in 2010. And I know a lot of you have, you know, when I start a weight loss journey, you guys are always supporting me, always do, you know, I'm there for you, you can do it, you're helping us. And I love being a role model to people because you guys see me on you know, on YouTube all the time. And so I get comments all the time, are you still doing Weight Watchers? Are you still doing this? Gastric bypass alternative, are you doing this? Are you doing that? And I stay on something and then I just stop. Excuse me. Oh, the door is closed. Yeah. So when I went to my doctor this time around, I went because I had numbing on the feet and I was thinking because of weight or pinched nerve, whatever it was. And so I went to him and it was even though my numbers are good, he knows that my knees, my ankles, everything is hurting. I mean, seriously, everything is hurting me. And he says, you know, June, you know I don't recommend weight loss surgery and I didn't want you to do it the first time. He says, but I really recommend that you do the gastric sleeve. And I was just like hit, like, whoa, you know, like, I know that he was against it when I first got the lap bands, and I'm like, wow, he's recommending, like, you know what it is? I see something totally different. To him, he sees a morbidly obese woman. I see myself sometimes as, all right, I'm heavy. I need to lose a lot of weight, you know? But to see him be so concerned with my health, he said, you know, your numbers are good and that's great. He goes, but this weight is physically crippling you. He says, and you're going to get to the point where you're not going to want to walk at all. And I was just like, you know what, Doc? I don't want to walk right now. I really don't. I sit behind a desk all day long. And then, you know, I clean, I cook, and so everything is basically in one area. I'm never up and out and walking, going to the store that's 2 blocks away. You would think I'd walk. No, I take my car. So this is what I'm faced with. He wants me to do this. Now, I got in touch with my lap band doctor because I still have the lap band inside me. So I want to get it out regardless, whether I do the gastric sleeve or not. I have to get it out. Just for the sake of, just for the reason, why am I having it in the, oh, and another thing. If you notice in my videos, I don't wear a bra. It's very, very hard for me to wear a bra because the bra goes right underneath, like in between my breasts, and it pushes down on the port, and it hurts so much, and it gives me gas pain. I get gas pain in my back. It's like really, it's bad. So every time I have an event coming up, it's always like, oh, first thing I think of, not what am I gonna wear, it's, oh, I have to wear a bra. Like, it's gotten to that point. So I have to get this out. So I inquired about getting it out, and they said, okay, so you can come in. Now I have an appointment on Wednesday to start the process, like to get it removed. After that, we're just going to, I'm going to talk to a nutritionist, and we're going to talk about the gastric sleeve. I am not sure if I want to do this. I mean, I've heard great things, and I've heard, of course, you hear the bad review, the negative stories. You hear the positive stories. Yeah. See, the only thing with this one is you cannot manipulate. You cannot breathe certain ways and get the food down. After 3-4 bites, you're done. And this woman, Arlene, that I have been talking to, I know her, and I spoke to her about the situation because she had the gastric sleeve. She lost about 130 pounds. She looks amazing. I mean, really amazing. But she says it is definitely a mind bender, and she says, and you need to go to therapy because you cannot get that food down. So you do get upset because you're still, you know, you're still yearning for that food, and you cannot do anything about it because you're physically full. You're not mentally full, and your mouth still wants it. So she says, you know, I get depressed at times, but you know, then I get over it. So yeah, so I want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the gastric sleeve? Have you had the sleeve? Did you get the sleeve? What, are you thinking about getting the sleeve? Did you get something else? What were your results? What are the ups, the downs, the everything? I want to hear from all of you. You all, like, you guys make a difference in my life. You really, really do. I may not respond to everyone, but I see all your comments. So I take that into consideration, and I take it to heart. Even with the not so good comments, I read them, and you know, it really means a lot to me if you would. I'm choking. I'm choking. Sorry, yeah, I'm choking. Oh, I don't like that light. Anyway, so yeah. Or do you think I should just really focus and do it on my own? I know that that's the best way to lose weight, exercise, eat healthier foods. It's like I said, it's not even, it's not even like, oh, well, she eats so much. Listen, with this lap band, I'm still limited. I can have a slice of pizza. Maybe I can go for a second. You know, like normal stuff. It's not like anything so crazy, but I can't sit down and eat a whole entire meal. I get full. It's at nighttime. That's what it is. It's at nighttime. When everybody goes to sleep at night, even if I'm tired, I will stay up 2 extra hours because I need my alone time. And that is when I sit there and I eat. And I eat like, sorry, when I say fast food, I don't mean, oh, I'm going to McDonald's or Subway. Not like that. It's just quick food. What can I make? What can I pop in the microwave? What can I heat up? It's a lot of salty food. So I'm having that at night, and then I'm going to sleep. So being that I'm a woman of age, my metabolism is not that, you know, that quick. So, and then going straight to sleep, not straight to sleep, but, you know, within 2 hours, then going to sleep, you know, I'm not burning what I'm taking in. So that is what's making me gain a lot of weight. So yeah, so that's my story. This is my my dilemma, and I'm hoping you guys will help me and let me know what your thoughts are on this matter. And that's it. And I love you all, as always. I always say that because I really, really do love you all. And that's it. And I'll see you in my next video. Ciao for now.